Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Tonight it's time to feed the sweet tooth with a very delayed one. This is called chocolate pudding. It will serve four. Here's what we need. And if you come on in, I'm going to talk you through these ingredients. Okay, so ingredients wise, it is 200 grams of dark cooking chocolate, which I just got the one from Woolworths because this has gotten really expensive now, dark cooking chocolate. So 200 grams, break it up into squares and pop it in your little saucepan. 125 grams of salted butter chopped. Half a cup of brown sugar. 2 eggs. Crack them. Plus we need 2 yolks. So with your 2 egg whites, I popped them into a snack packet with a seal Ziploc, and I popped them in the freezer so I can use them for something else one day, who knows when. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I had to buy a brand new bottle of that, but that lasts a very long time. 2 tablespoons of plain flour. Ice cream to serve. Now, buy whatever ice cream you like. I brought some fancy coffee flavoured one from Aldi. I've been hanging to try it, but I don't want to eat it unless I'm having this pudding. So that's good. Still got the tub of ice cream in there. A little bit of cocoa powder to dust, which I haven't got out, but I can get that out later. All right, we're going to need oven on 180. If it's fan forced, you may want it a little bit lower. My oven's actually started to play up. I tried to roast some veggies the other day and they took forever and my safety switch went off. So I'm a bit antsy about my oven tonight. But anyway, we'll see how we go. We're also going to need, so grease up 4 ramekins and pop them on a baking tray. You'll need your small saucepan. Hopefully that one should be big enough because we're only putting the chocolate in it, the butter and the brown sugar. When melting chocolate, never use a wooden spoon. It can get a bit of moisture in it and seize the chocolate, which basically means you need to throw the chocolate out and start again. If you go and buy the expensive chocolate, that can get very expensive. So use a metal spoon. It doesn't matter which size spoon you use, just use a metal spoon. You will also need a jug or a bowl and a whisk. I think that's all the utensils we're going to need. Anyway, we're going to kick into it so we can have our sweet treat before we go to bed. So first up, into our little saucepan, we want our chocolate, which we've already broken up into squares. And then we want our butter, which we chopped up while we was weighing it out. Might just start with that before we put the brown sugar in because we're pretty full. So come on over to the stove with me. I'm going to use the hot plate at the front because I've got my baking trays over the back and I'm just keeping an eye on the oven. I've stuck my hand in there and it feels warm. Yeah, it's warm. It's fine. I think it was just because I was trying to roast about 1 million vegetables in one tray. Anyway, let's continue on. So we want a spoon. I've got it up really high just to start with, but then what I'll do is I'll back it off. And then once this starts to melt, we can pop the brown sugar in. So this should melt fairly quickly. I do have a bigger saucepan, but I cooked my porridge in it this morning and obviously I didn't get time to wash it up. So I'm using the smaller one, which is doing okay, but it just means that I've got to put the brown sugar in after. But it's okay though. should have done this yesterday, but I really needed my sleep. Should have done it Sunday, but I also really needed my sleep. All right, now we're starting to melt it. We're going to turn it down to low. So it's starting to melt together. Once this is melted, we'll just stir the brown sugar in. And putting the brown sugar in later will actually help it cool down quicker, because it does say to set it aside for 5 minutes to cool. We can do that. All right. So now that it's really starting to melt easily, it's good. Okay. So we're going to do this next part slightly differently. Because we need to put everything into this and this is too small, we're going to put this into that jug. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the other stuff into the jug first and then put this in after. And that will cool it down even more. All right. This is melting so easily now. This is a good little saucepan that I got. And I brought a little frying pan the same size too. Perfect for single serves. So if you're cooking for one person or you're just doing something small, this is really good. All right, I'm going to bring the brown sugar over now because I feel like it is time. It is time to add it. Oh, there we go. I didn't think it was going to go in quite like that. But anyway, beautiful. Lightly in. That's it. Once you can't hear the sugar all grainy anymore and it's nice and smooth. All right, remove it from heat. Thank you. I can't English today. Turn that off. It's got a little bit of butter there, but that'll be okay. All right. While that's cooling, come on over and we're going to put the stuff in the jug. So that is that. Okay, so into the jug we're whisking the eggs and the yolks. So I've got 2 yolks and 1 full egg in there. And then I've got 1 full egg in this one. We're adding the gradually stir chocolate into chocolate mixture with vanilla. Okay, so we're stirring this into the chocolate mixture, but I'm doing it the other way. So I'm going to add the vanilla into this, which is the 1 teaspoon. And we wanted the chocolate to cool slightly for 5 minutes. Well, we don't have 5 minutes because we want it now. So my theory is adding the brown sugar would have helped cool it down. So keep the spoon aside. So I'm just going to pop it into one of the ramekins. And what we're going to do is we're going to whisk it as we tip it in. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. And now bring that spoon back. Make sure you get all the chocolate out. All the chocolatey goodness. If you could afford the other chocolate, go for it, like the Nestle or the Cadbury cooking chocolate. But I kid you not, their blocks of chocolate have gotten smaller. I only went into Woolworths, and I think it was like $8 or something for a block of cooking chocolate. Now, unless you're feeding like the Queen or, you know, royalty or whatever, the other cooking chocolate is okay. I promise. This will be fine. A lot of times I just normally like to use Aldi's normal chocolate because I find that pretty good. But I think their blocks of chocolate have gotten smaller as well. So we just need 2 tablespoons of flour, which we are going to sift over the top. I didn't read that about the sieve. So let's look for my sieve. One and one to come. All right, here we go. One more. Okay. Excellent. All right. Sift this over the top. Okay. Whisk it in. And then we're ready to mix it between the 4 ramekins. Beautiful. There we go. Grab, we probably don't need to grab a spoon. But I'll tell you what, if we could do a spoon, we'll divide it a bit more evenly. So let's grab a spoon. Okay, so we just go 1 spoon per ramekin. That is super thick. Go back through, just a little bit more in each one. We're going to cook these for 20 minutes or until the top is set and center is still soft. When we serve them, we're going to add a scoop of ice cream into the center and dust with chocolate powder. All right. One more, and we can set our timers to 20 minutes, and I will see you in 20 minutes. So I took them out of the oven. They were half set on top, but still a bit gooey. So I've popped them in for another 5 minutes, and I think this could be my oven playing up. So normally my oven always used to work as fan forced. So I've got it on 180 still. So it's going to have an extra 5 minutes because I do want the top set, but the idea is that your middle is gooey as well. So technically I could take them out of the oven and they will probably set while cooling, but we're not going to risk it. So in 5 minutes we will know more. Okay, so there we have it, just the extra 5 minutes. They're set on the top and gooey in the middle. Thank you for watching this episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been chocolate pudding. Don't forget to serve it with a delicious fancy ice cream. And I'll catch you very, very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.